What's up, everybody? It's your girl Bonnie Scotch. Thank you so much for joining. Um, I wanted to go live a little bit earlier, but I really wasn't feeling well, so I was like, let me just get in here really quick and just do it because I feel like when you take too long to cover something, like the moment is just gone. So let's just discuss the ladies of Married to Medicine, RHOA, RHOP really quick. I'm gonna wait for some of y'all to get into the room. Am I even on? It says I'm live. Okay, yes. Happy Sunday, everybody. I hope everybody had a good weekend. Okay, I see a few of y'all are in here with me. Okay, so I'll get started. Shout out to y'all. Go ahead and hit the like button for me as you come in the room. Thank you so much for being here with me. I really appreciate you. I know this is impromptu, but I was not feeling well, and I was like, let me just get in here and do what I need to do, child. Let me get in this gig. Okay, all right, let me get started. So just a little background, the Married to Medicine ladies have kind of been going at the RHOA ladies, okay? It all started off with Simone, who went on Watch What Happens Live and said, you know, Phaedra is going to be going back to RHOA with the mean girls, and the meanest girl of them all is Portia. Now, is Simone telling a lie? No, she's not. But it's very much the pot calling kettle. Words. It's very much the pot calling kettle. I don't feel like Simone, of all people, should be speaking on mean girls or mean girl behavior or anything like that. Because according to my memory, Simone absolutely led the charge on getting Mariah kicked off the show. She led the charge on Quad getting kicked off of the show. Just last year at the reunion, unprovoked to me, because there was no reason for her to do this, she's itemizing her friendship with Quad, talking about, oh, well, I was there for you when your niece died. And whoa, bringing up somebody's niece who passed away in a very tragic way. Comments. Let me go up in these comments real quick. My moderators are in here already holding me down. Let me tell you, I have the best moderators in the world. Like, y'all's energy is just chef's kiss. Y'all make everybody feel welcome. Like, it feels like a good space to be in the chat. So shout out to Ariel. Shout out to Raina. Is Jameer up in here? Hey, Wiggo Podcast. Hey, Taria. Hey, Boo. Let me see who else is in here. Sheree. Shout out to everybody. Please hit the like button for me. Mr. Know-It-All is in here. Hey, babe. Yes. Matt Tosh. Ayana J. Okay, my people are in here. Let's go. Let's just talk really quick, okay? Because it's just a lot going on. Now, I don't feel like Simone should be the person talking about anybody being mean girls. Is she wrong about Portia? No. But girl, hush. Hush, okay? Since we're already kind of talking about Married to Medicine, I think I'll lump it all as, you know, one segment, one topic. The next thing I wanted to point out is Miss Toya Bush-Harris was overdoing some interview with two gentlemen on a podcast. Now, I don't know these dudes. I've seen them before. They're two white men, which it doesn't mean anything because they're a couple of white podcasters that I watch and listen to, like Watch What Crappens. I love their podcast. I think they are so funny. Like, they literally have me in tears sometimes. It's Watch What Crappens. But she was on this podcast with these two other guys, and they were asking her, you know, what are your thoughts on our HOA? And instead of talking about the show, what she feels about the show, or I don't even know if she talked about the show because this was like a little clipping that was taken. But the first thing that came out of her mouth was, oh, I don't know what I'm looking at. I thought I saw Nicki Minaj. I thought I saw Lil Kim talking about their plastic surgery. Toya, let me stop you right there, Miss Thing. Let me stop you right there because you're very out of order for that. I feel like to talk about somebody's plastic surgery, to talk about the work that they've had done and whatever, even if you feel like somebody got a botched job, that is kitchen table talk. Those women are not Toya's castmates. They're her network mates. There are so many different events that these women go to and they cross paths. Y'all are all in Atlanta. You think you're never going to see these women? I just feel like you would never say that to their face. That's kind of crazy. Now, here's my thing about, the Nicki Minaj and Lil Kim comment. I have heard this on several occasions that Lil Kim is very sensitive about that, specifically because she has had work done, because she has been in DV situations. So I think that we just got to be careful with that. You got to be sensitive. You don't know what people's story is. I have talked about this. I do wish that Black women would either A, leave their noses alone, or B, go to a doctor who specializes in Black noses, who understands, or, Black features, who understands the nuances in Black features. Like, okay, you can get a pinched nose or you can get a refined nose. We know the difference, right? The pinched girls, no shade. Summer Walker, Angela Oakley, Dwight Eubanks, LaToya Jackson, Michael was pinched, right? I do believe in, I have a family member who got their nose done a few years ago, and they went to a celebrity doctor who specializes in like Black features. Like they know Black noses very well. You know who did get some great refinement done to their face? Portia Williams. Portia has some of the best face work I've ever seen, period. I don't know what they did. My best friend brought this up, that Lauren, Portia's sister, has Portia's old face, because they very much looked alike back in the day. But now they have their own distinct looks. 41 of y'all are in the room with me. Go ahead and hit the like button, please. I really love and appreciate y'all so much. But Portia's face it's so refined and it's so good. The work that she's had done, and she better not touch it. Portia, don't you go touching that face. Don't do anything with it, because you look so damn good, girl. You know who else has a really good refined nose job? Megan Thee Stallion, because she had a little bit more going up in here, and then they refined it. Perfection. Don't touch it again, Megan. Tiana, girl, if you touch that nose again, don't touch it. So, but again, I just feel like, Toya, you were out of order for that. I feel like talking about people's plastic surgery in the way that she did, it was very much kitchen table talk, and then you're taking that to a podcast out of order. Heavenly got on her channel to apologize on behalf of her castmates. Okay. Heavenly's whole thing was, and I understand this from a political standpoint, she's being very political in this, but she's right to do this. You don't want to burn these bridges with your network mates, because it's like you're talking about something that they can't do anything about. They can't necessarily do anything about plastic surgery gone wrong. You talk about somebody's wigs. You talk about, something somebody had on. That's a style issue that can be fixed. That's one thing. But even then, I feel like coming out the gate swinging like that, Toya, you're out of order. And if these women turn back and they start swinging on you, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. And my thing is, Toya is not really a reader like that. She don't really got mouth like that. She's not one of those girls to me. So I'm just like, where is this coming from? Like, Toya, you were doing so well this season, and I'm just like, you're feeling yourself. I need you to calm down, girl. I need you to really calm down. What else do I have here about that? I also put here, I don't feel like Toya is very professional. I just feel like that was unprofessional. Like, I get that this is reality TV and whatever, but just out the gate, you don't even know these women. I'm sure you haven't met them. It's just very unprofessional. Like, you, within this space, within the realm of Bravo, you are a working woman. That's odd to me. All right. So while we are on Married to Medicine, let me just quickly give a couple of thoughts that I have on this trailer. Okay. I'm sure that many of you have seen it, but there are a couple of things of note going on here. Okay. Wow, I took a lot of notes for this, and it was only 2 minutes and 30 seconds, but I'm just going to breeze through it. So we start off with Simone saying, "You have been giving us your ass to kiss." Simone, I swear to God, on God, if I have to hear you yelling at the top of your lungs about Quad giving you her ass to kiss, if I have to hear it one more time, I don't want to hear this no more. I don't want to hear about Sister Circle no more. I don't want to hear about Quad giving you her ass to kiss. I thought y'all have moved past that. How many more times? It's giving broken record. I'm tired of the same song and dance. Simone, I'm tired of it. What do you want from this lady? What do you want from Quad? Like, I just have an issue with, I feel like we're making progress. And I also feel like we can never truly move forward. Why not? Like, why can't we move forward, y'all? Like, I'm just, let me go through the rest of these notes real quick, honey. Toya says, whatever, I don't even care about that. It's stupid. Quad and Sweet Tea are Eskimo sisters. No big deal. They share the same man. Who cares? Whatever. Andy poking fun at Phaedra. Who cares? Andy says to Gregory, you told, the group. No. You told T that this would be a fight to the death. Who do we think would have won? Let's just indulge me. Andy, you're messy as fuck for that. You're messy for that. Andy says, referencing Heavenly, she called him a PDF file on social media. And I am really curious to see how Damon responds to this, to see how he talks himself out of this one, because Heavenly absolutely was out of order. Heavenly's logic was, I'm going to go after Gregory because he has more to lose than Sweet Tea. Sweet Tea ain't got shit to lose, so I'm going to go after her. That was dead wrong. It really was. But here's the thing. Gregory addressed Damon. That is probably one of the worst accusations that you could say about a person, period, but let alone a healthcare professional. You get what I'm saying? That could really damage, really taint your reputation within your community. Heavenly said it. She didn't care. You know what Gregory did? He called Dr. Daddy Damon. And I remember this when it happened. Heavenly had to take that. Well, she didn't take down her channel, but she didn't really post like that for a couple of weeks. I think it was maybe like 2 weeks that Heavenly was up out of there. She was like, Daddy told me I can't be on YouTube no more. And then she came back talking the same old shit. And then Gregory, came onto the show, and he was kind of conceding to Damon. He was like, man, I don't want no problem with you, man. And it's just that we fell out and you were conceding even though Heavenly was wrong. But now that King is telling this man, I don't want you saying anything to Quad, it's an issue. King knows the background. He knows the history between Quad, so it should not be an unreasonable ask given the nature of their volatile relationship. Hello? Now, I don't want anybody to tell me, oh, it's because Quad is not married. It's because Quad is not married to medicine. I don't want to hear that. So if you start typing it, delete it now. Delete it. Let me check in with y'all really quick, see what y'all are saying. I hope everybody's having a good weekend so far. Hey, Kelsey. Hey, Janie. I've been waiting for you. I couldn't get here quick enough. Oh, thank you, baby. I appreciate you. Ayana, it boils down to Simone not being brave enough to leave her husband like Quad did. Simone does give me that she's miserable and unfulfilled in her life, and she has a lot of venom. She has a lot of vitriol. Are you not satisfied with your life, Miss Thing? I'm not understanding. Sunshine Avenue, hey baby. T. Hutch, I'm over Simone, can't do it anymore. She continues to find a reason to fight with Quad because she left her husband, but Simone doesn't have the backbone. See, I'm trying to figure out what is the reason, what is the real issue that you have with this lady, because it can't be, it cannot be that. How many years ago was she on Sister Circle? 5, 6 years ago, maybe. I can't believe that that is the reason. Girl, please. Princess Bennett says, I used to love Simone. My foresight was all off. No, I don't think it wasn't even that. Princess Bennett, I don't think it was even you. We all used to love Simone. Simone was my girl. Simone and Quad, those were my boos. Those were my favorites on the show. The friendship that Simone and Quad had was one of my favorite friendships on TV, period. Okay? When Simone was, traipsing through the streets looking for her dad, who was there? Quad. So we all used to love her. It's definitely not you. It's just that something has changed over the years. And this show has definitely gone dark. And here's another thing. And another thing. Mr. Know-It-All, shout out to you for pointing this out, because I didn't have this in my notes. I forgot about this. There was a flashback of this in the last episode. Ever since Simone tried to imply that Quad got her house through sleeping with a man, through the contractor, I was over her. I really can't stand her. She's a mean old lady. Why would she do that? Why would she do that? If Quad wanted to hold that over Simone's head, then she very well could. But I don't feel like Quad is holding any of these things over the women's heads. If anything, she's saying, I feel like I've been done wrong within this circle. And I'm sure she has her reasons. And I don't feel like anybody wants to hear her out. And I don't know if it's because Quad cries. I don't know if Quad does these, she gets a little dramatic. She goes off into these monologues. But I don't think that that's a really, again, what are words? I don't think that that is a reason to disregard her feelings. You get what I'm saying? Micah87, welcome, baby. Thank you so much for joining. Watch What Crappens is hit or miss for me. I like them. What else? I don't know if Toya has gotten work done or not, but it's just like, girl, this is how I feel too. Toya sometimes can be dense and just says the dumbest shit that comes to her head. Ayana, I agree with this. Folks do disrespect her, and I wish it would stop. I really, really do. I mean, I feel like she has talked about this, that she has experienced domestic issues with men, and she had to get this work done, and it, unfortunately for her, was not great work. But please leave her alone. Like, I hate that. I really, really do hate it. Simone's behavior towards Quad has been the worst since the beginning. Anybody with a soul should be outraged at that bully behavior. I agree with you, Janie. Now, did Toya have work done? I don't know. Y'all get down in the chat and let me know. Brittany Blanco, thank you so much for being here with me, babe. Shout out to y'all. Raina said the noses are horrible. Girl. Oh, yes. Yes. Kelly Rowland has had great work. That nose, it is refined. Beyonce touched hers too. It looks great. It looks great. At this point, I don't mean you, Bonnie. We can't keep talking about Kim's surgery every time they see the lady. It's been years. She's not going to look any different at this point. This is how I feel too, Ariel. This is how I feel. I mean, it's been that way for at this point, it just feels like bullying. It really, really does. Keem says, hey, y'all, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, babe. Thank y'all so much for joining. I appreciate y'all. Dominique says, Lil' Kim got her nose broken like 3 times by her ex-boyfriend. SZA's another one. SZA overdid her face and it makes me sad every time I think about it. SZA, don't you touch that face again. Don't you touch that face again, girl. Leave it alone. Because if she gets one more, it's gonna start going into pinch territory. And she has just the natural setup of her face. SZA's face is flawless, is gorgeous. And I understand we all have our things about us, things that we want to tweak. Listen, baby, let me get some money. I am going to, the way my teeth are going to come together. Now, I'm already working for, I don't have everything that I need to have together right now. It's going to cost me, it's going to run me like a nice $7K to, you know, have my teeth the way I want them to. I have to get teeth pulled. I have to get implants. I have to get Invisalign. I think I told y'all this in my last live, but on my top row, I have a tooth, an adult tooth that literally, it just never grew in. Okay. Miss Mama's just never clocked in for the job ever. So on this side, it's missing in a space that is kind of odd. It's kind of weird. And as I get older, the teeth are starting to space out to try to compensate for the space that's missing. Now, as I was younger, when I was much younger, you couldn't really clock it because, you know, my face, my mouth, everything was so small. You know what I'm saying? Now that she's in her 30s, it's a little bit, the setup is a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the almost 70 of y'all in the room with me. Thank you so much for joining. Happy Sunday. RHOA is coming up soon. So let me just go through my notes. Let me get through this. But as always, y'all have the best energy. I swear. I really do love y'all. Here's another point. Micah 87, even though Heavenly's gesture is appreciated since it came from her, we know it was empty. I agree with this. Any apologies from Heavenly should be taken with a grain of salt because I think she just says things, says apologies. She apologizes to kind of move past the moment, and then she'll repeat the same behavior. I think a part of it for Heavenly too is she feels like, oh, these women have helped to promote my business. I'm not going to say anything bad about them. Portia has promoted my business. Kenya has promoted my business. Drew. So there's like, it's beneficial for Heavenly. So I feel like that's a part of the reason why she's not going to say anything against the RHOA women. You get what I'm saying? So Heavenly, you're not low. You're not low. Sheree says she was trying to clean it up, but the guys kept over talking her, asking her questions. Ciao. Ciao. Simone got one-sided beef with Quad. Exactly. Whack her, Bonnie. Y'all are so funny. Okay, let me see what else is going on in this chat, honey. All of my loves are here. All of my moderators are here. Shout out to y'all. Hey, Jameer. Thank you so much for joining, babe. Happy Sunday. The cast of M2M does not need to go after RHOA. I think it's jealousy. I don't know what it is. Baby, never clocked in, honey. Never clocked in for work. She said, listen, I have other things I could be doing, sweetie. Listen, you got to be able to laugh at yourself if you can laugh at other people. Like, I'm a strong believer in that. She just never showed up, honey. We can't have it all, I suppose. All right, what else we got going on here? Toya had work done. I have no idea what. Quad said on one reunion, I'm the only member of the cast that hasn't had any work done. She said it in response to them constantly talking about her butt. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I'm getting the Invisalign. I'm getting the Invisalign. I'm too old, I feel like, to have a brace face. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just too old for that kind of carrying on. But at the time that it was, you know, offered to me when I was in high school. I was too vain for it, honey. And something that I noticed about braces, when people got braces, it would do something weird to their top lip. So I was like, no, I don't want that. I don't want my top lip to look like that. I just felt like people with braces couldn't fully close their mouths or something. Like I want to, it just, no shade. I feel like, you know, people have had braces and they've gone through their experience and it always looks great, but, and maybe it was the way they were doing it back then. I don't know. I don't know. But, all right, let me finish getting into these Married to Medicine reunion notes. Cause you know, we go off on our tangents, honey. Okay. So what else do I have here? Blah, blah, blah. None of that is important. We ain't even gonna talk about that. We'll talk about that on actual reunion day. But something that I really wanted to address here too. Simone jumping up and yelling and hollering in Quad's face. You gave us your ass to kiss and you got what you deserved. I think something came up about karma. We went to hang out with Gregory because you gave us your ass to kiss. You went to hang out with an abusive man because you didn't like something that somebody did. Now, I have fell out with, you know, girlfriends of mine over the years, or not even really. I don't really have big fallouts like that. But, you know, if I have an issue with a person and we keep bumping up against the same issue, I'll let it be known. And then at some point I'd be like, you know, I don't want to deal with this because it's too much for me or whatever like that. But I have, you know, had situations where I've had to take a step back from friendships. And I know, you know, things that have gone on in their relationships and, you know, things that have happened to them. When I tell you, there is nothing that any ex-friend of mine could do to make me hang out with their abusive ex. I don't hang around abusers, period. I don't. You know, there's this trend going around on social media where it's like, if I'm following anybody who's abused you, let me know. I will unfollow them. I will block them. Please. I'm on that same time. If you are in my community or if we're, you know, interacting with each other, we have any type of relationship, parasocial, whatever, please let me know so I can get the fuck away from them. I don't even want to be associated with anybody who's an abuser, let alone hanging out with them. Simone, this is so fucking nasty and gutter and evil and sick and twisted. What's going on in your mind? What's going on up here? Simone, you're evil. You're evil. Somebody getting abused is their karma? What are we saying here? What are we saying here? That just really, that really bothered me. That really fucked with my spirit, y'all. Because I don't understand. What has this woman done that is so bad to make you say something like that? It's like Simone goes after Quad in a way that she wants to always hit the below the belt. She always wants to drum up. She always wants to think of the nastiest, most hurtful thing that she can say. The most traumatic events of Quad's life is what she wants to use to throw at Quad. The tragedy happening with her niece in the pool a few years ago, and everybody's like, Simone, no, 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 don't say that. And she says it. Then she turns around to say, oh, you giving us your ass to kiss is why I went to hang out with Greg. Oh, Simone, fuck you. Fuck you. That's how I feel about that. Like, I don't think y'all understand like how disgusted I was seeing that shit. Like, how do you sound right now? How do you sound? Even if I hate you, never would I wish someone to hit you or abuse you. Simone is vile. This is what I'm saying. Even if I hate you. Because if I hate you, I don't even want you in my mind. I don't want nothing to do with you. It's fuck that person. I'm going on about my life. I don't want that person to have to endure any type of abuse. What are we saying? Hey, Elren, you are a little bit late, babe. A little bit. Skosh. Talking about Married to Medicine versus the RHOA girls. Talked about the Married to Medicine trailer just a little bit. I didn't go over all of my notes. I just hit on, the really important thing, because I took way more notes than I intended. Don't these doctors know that their behavior on the show can ruin their reputation? Exactly. Exactly. Now, Kim Cat, I don't like to throw this around, the jealousy thing, but I'm trying to figure out what is the real issue here. What could it be? I'm happy you're here with us, Elren. Thank you so much for joining, babe. OMG, my first live. I'm a new subscriber and I love your channel. I saw your interview with What Else Is Going On and became an instant fan. Thank you so much, Angie Royal. Welcome, babe, and happy Sunday to you. Thank you so much for joining, and I'm happy that you could be here with us. I appreciate you. Oh, a few of y'all are catching a live for the first time. I love you too, babe. Bonnie, oh my God, I love you. Finally caught a live. D. Johnson, thank you so much for being here with me, babe. Simone always finds a way to royally piss me off every season. She's vindictive as I'm so done with Simone, Barb. When I tell you I'm done, I'm so good on her. I'm good on her. And I felt like watching that this last season. I mean, I don't know if it's because she used to be my favorite and I still kind of have like, when somebody's your favorite, you still kind of have like a soft spot for them. Like I feel like Rodney the Voice is like this with Ashley. Even though Ashley has done heinous things, he still has that soft spot because he loved her since season 1. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm just like, I'm losing that. I'm losing that. She is jealous, and it's not about money. It's the fact that she is trying to make Quad submit. Yeah. I feel like from the beginning, it has been about humbling Simone. Not humbling Simone, humbling Quad. Calling her little girl. I feel like also they have this issue where they don't respect women in the friendship circle who are not doctors, who are not, healthcare professionals. Simone is so venomous. I never liked her. Janie White, OMG, shout out to you. Thank you so much for this super chat. Shout out to you. I really appreciate you. Appreciate when the truth is spilled. Baby, when I tell you I am sick and tired of Simone. Tired of her. All right. Simone has no storyline. She is invasive and wants to know your business. And just throw it in your face, and Quad clocked it, and she doesn't open up to them anymore. Hot. You cooked. You cooked with this one, babe, because Quad has pulled away. And Simone feels as though I want to get invited to all of the things. You haven't invited me to your house after you dogged this lady out. Simone wants Quad to kiss her ass, and she's not doing that. Quad doesn't kiss their ass enough. She doesn't beg them. She doesn't grovel to try to come back in the group. But Quad is still on popular demand. She's a very polarizing figure. People either love her or they hate her. There's no in between with Quad, I feel. People either love her or they hate her. I happen to really love her. We're not going to sit up here and act like the audience at large wasn't jumping off in these women's asses last year for the way that they treated Quad. No matter how you feel about Quad, well, a lot of people felt like she got what she deserved, but a lot of people who didn't even care for her was like, y'all did her wrong. Y'all did her dirty. And here's the other thing about storylines too. I don't I don't feel like they have to have some big elaborate storyline set up for them to be interesting. I think what we like is the women are interesting within the context of one another. It's the way they interact. It's the way, you know, they have conversations. It's the friendships. It's my bad, y'all. It's the friendships, right? Um, they're each other's storyline. Rodney the Voice has said this before. They are each other's storyline. Now, something's off. Something is off with Married to Medicine, and I don't know. I don't know where it has gone wrong, but things have really gone dark since that last season where everybody tried to ice Quad out, and I don't feel like it's been able to get on track since then, because that was very dark. Also, they pretend to not understand reactive abuse. Greg harmed that lady and she defended herself. She has nothing to apologize for. Exactly. Exactly. El Ren, thank you so much for the super chat, babe. Married to Medicine women give me Revenge of the Nerds. Mean Girls come in different flavors. They're envious of Quad and weaponize their credentials. Weird and lame. Now, I've never seen Revenge of the Nerds. I feel like I need to see it because it's like, I don't know. Do y'all have like a list of movies that y'all have heard of that are like really popular that you just have to go through? I'll probably end up adding this one to the list. I have a whole list. What's that one film? Oh my God, it's gonna bother me so much. It's something of a requiem. Something of a requiem. Anyway, that's another really popular one that I've been meaning to catch. Donnie Darko, it's one that I always hear about that I need to watch. So I'll definitely add that one. So I don't understand the reference, but sometimes like I want to know the reference. So I want to go back and watch these movies. But yeah, I do think that there is something about Quad that they do envy. I think there is something about her that they do envy. I don't know if it's because Rodney the Voice has mentioned this too, you know, Quad lives the life that Toya truly wants to live. Quad is a socialite. She's a woman about town. She's jumping on a plane. She's going to Africa. She's doing this and that. Toya, you know, she's at a point where she doesn't have to like be at home all the time with her kids because they're independent now. But I can see that Quad probably moves and lives in a way that they envy. And, you know, Quad, after Greg, was single for a while. Quad was running the streets doing her thing. So let me see what else y'all are saying. You're right, Barb. Nobody had a storyline, but it's the friendships with these women that we are interested in. We watch for the friendships. We watch for their interactions with each other. Really? You know what I'm saying? Like when these women come on here and they make their children their storylines, we don't give a fuck. Giselle, Simone, who else? We don't care like that. And it's no shade to the kids at all, but it's like, girl. Now I don't remember this. I remember when they tried to clown Quad for her townhouse and it looked great to me. Okay, so they tried to they tried to clown her for her townhouse. But then when she moved into her $2 million place, it was too big. It was too much house for one person. It's like y'all always find a reason to have a problem with everything that that girl does. I want to circle back to this comment too. You're cooking with this. They pretend not to understand reactive abuse. Greg harmed that lady and she defended herself. She has nothing to apologize for. Here's the issue that comes up. I feel like in a DV situation, right? When a woman fights back, they feel as though she's not a victim. And that's an issue for me. That's a big issue for me. Not every woman is going to lie down and curl up in a corner and that's that. Some women are going to fight back with all of their might. And God bless them. And God bless anybody in that situation. I'm not, speaking against anybody, but everybody reacts different. Quad is not their perfect victim because she fights back, right? I think I've told y'all my theory before. I believe that the cops were called, and when the police were getting the statement from both of them, Gregory was probably, I'm a doctor, man. I can't believe this is happening. Really playing that up, really playing up his position of power. Gregory has a thing with power. I think that is a part of the reason that he became a doctor. Because when you Google Gregory Lunsford and you read his reviews, they're not good. So he has an issue with power, right? That's why he had the situation with Quad. That's why he was violent towards her. It's a power thing. That's why when he was talking all that shit to King and walked up on him hard and fast for no reason, walked up on that man. That was the first act of aggression. Okay? I would have talked to you if I knew you, and I would hope that you would stick up for your girl. I would hope that you would defend your girl. Well, he is defending his girl, and you have an issue? So now he is trying to drag this man through the court, get him locked up, get him fined or whatever like that. It's an issue of power. You can't take this man in real life, even though his push-ups were impressive. But King is younger. He's more fit than you, Gregory. So you can put your hands on a woman. You have no problem fighting and tussling with Quad, tearing the TV down off the wall, getting in the car and stepping on the gas, talking about I'll K-word us both, dragging her down the steps. You have no problem with that. But with King, you want to press charges, talking about, simple battery, when the man didn't even touch you. It's a power thing, always with Gregory. Oh, thank you so much why do I always want to call you Taria when I know it's Taria. It's time for Married to Medicine Cash Shakeup. It's time for a Married to Medicine Cash Shakeup. Not a complete reboot, but a little shakeup. I agree with this. I agree with a little bit of a shakeup. I really enjoyed Audra from a couple seasons ago. I don't feel like they really give the girls a chance. Like, I really liked Audra, and then she was gone to never be heard from again. And I feel like she did really well with the audience. We all liked Audra. But then Toya went messing with her, and I don't know if that turned her off from it or what. But I liked Audra. I didn't really care for Alicia and Kemma. I think that kind of overt misogyny, I just don't feel like we need to see that on TV. I don't feel like that's, But I agree with you. It is time for a cash shakeup. I think that Jackie needs to go. I don't think that Jackie needs to be there at all. If Simone left, I wouldn't be upset. Shout out to the 100 of y'all in the room with me on this impromptu Sunday live. I love y'all so much. XO Aaron, Audra's reads stuck. I don't remember her reads. It's colorism. Yup, humble the other ladies and sit them down for a season or two. I loved Audra. Gregory is a trigger for me. He needs to grow up. I can get that, Chef Don Don. I get how he's triggering, babe. But I'm sorry that you're experiencing that watching this. And love to anybody who has experienced DV. I want to be careful about the way I talk about certain things because I know it's a very sensitive, and I can get a little bit riled up, and I just want to make sure that I'm talking about it with a certain kind of sensitivity. So I'm sending love to absolutely anybody who is watching this, who has experienced that, who is triggered by, watching these conversations kind of happen and play out. What else are y'all saying? Oh, Ren, why are you screaming, babe? Oh, it wasn't my Gregory voice. Okay. Just joined, but you did the Greg voice, so I see where we're at. That's funny. Okay. Let me pull us up, okay? Now, I feel like I covered everything Married to Medicine versus RHOA. Really quick, let me give y'all this RHOP update, okay? I really appreciate y'all so much for being here with me. Hit the like button for me, y'all. All right, so this is according to TV Deets. RHOP season 10 filming delayed as Bravo decides next steps. Exclusive. So this was written 2 days ago, okay? RHOP season 10 filming has been delayed as Bravo decides next steps, sources tell TV Deets exclusively. While reports quickly surface after Karen Huger's February 26 sentencing in her DUI case that the Real Housewives of Potomac would begin production on season 10 by the end of March. Insiders close to the network confirmed that filming has been pushed until sometime in April at the earliest. So y'all know they tend to start filming like around cherry blossom season. Now I'm in the DMV. Cherry blossom season is like end of March. So that's typically when they start filming. Okay, what else do we have here? Bravo is really excited about the next season, but none of the women have officially been asked back, one source reveals, referencing full-time housewives Giselle Bryant, Wendy Osefo, Mia Thornton, Ashley Darby, Kiarna Stewart, and Stacey Rush. They had a whole plan for season 10, but Karen's situation has definitely thrown a wrench in things, continued the insider. Everything is up in the air. Now, I want to pause on that for a second. Do we need to pause the show for Karen? I don't feel like we need to do that. I feel like the show must go on. She could come back on and be held accountable when she gets out of jail. But in the meantime, y'all could bring back Candy Girl, bring back Candace, and keep everybody else. Oh, let me finish reading this article before we get into that. What y'all saying up in here? Yes to Audra. I like Dr. Jarrett and the other dentist they had on for a quick second. And I forgot all about Alicia. She was pretty forgettable, to be fair. She had cute fashions, but that was really about it. We don't want to see a woman shrinking. You know, she tells us, oh, I was raised to be a strong, independent woman. And then you got this man talking to you crazy. We ain't trying to see that, girl. Nobody trying to see that shit. I want to see princess treatment. Okay, I want to see soft life for the girls. I don't want to see no rough life. Okay. Wendy has said in the comments that was a lie. That is true. That is true. However, we have heard before when other housewives have said, oh, we're not going on break. We're not going on pause. And then the next thing you know, it's paused or it's canceled. Please talk me into why I need to watch Atlanta because I'm not motivated. D. Johnson, it feels refreshing to me. Something about this season feels fresh. It feels new. I am enjoying the energy of a couple of the new girls. I'm really liking Kelly. And Angela Oakley, I don't know enough about her to really have a first impression about her. Britt, I didn't really too much care for her. You know, that was my first impression, but it does feel fresh. I'll say that. D. Johnson, I would say just watch the first episode to get a feel of the tone and then jump back in the comments with me and let me know how you feel and then see if you want to go forward. But I by no means would try to convince anybody to sit through a season that they really ultimately don't want to sit through. Just watch the first episode, see how you feel, because when I first was watching RHOA trailer and just getting the clip, I didn't care. I was like, oh Lord, what are these girls gonna come up here and do? But I do like the new additions. I do enjoy the way it is being edited. It just feels like it got reinvigorated. Also, I said this in my review, I love Shamia's energy. Shamia has really impressed me. I've done a 180 with her. I never used to like her. And now so Bravo just posted these, you know how they do, back in the day, it used to be MTV Cribs. And they used to have those episodes of, on another network, I can't remember, Lifestyles of the Rich and the Famous, and they would do the house tour. They did that for Shamia and they did it for Kelly. Kelly has a really cute townhouse. Shamia has a $9 million house. She has had pieces flown in to put, fixtures flown in. She has like some 300-year-old historic piece as a fireplace. Nasty. It's so fucking nasty. Shamia's house, it is crazy. And I feel like Shamia is who Portia has been trying to keep up with secretly for all of these years. I feel like, a little side tangent, I feel like some people have these secret competitions with their friends, right? You enter your homegirl into a pageant they don't even know about, and then the homegirl is winning the pageant. They win in the competition that they don't even aware that they have been entered into. Hello? That's what it's giving for me. So give it one episode, D. Johnson. All right, let me get back into this. See, y'all be pulling me into these side conversations. All right. So what else do we have here? Karen wasn't even at the reunion, and her name was mentioned nonstop. Mia Thornton. Further complicating matters is that the back half of season 9 was very Mia heavy, leaving some involved with the show shocked at her response to the controversial storyline involving the paternity of one of her children. Specifically, an Essence op-ed titled "There's Nothing Entertaining About Mia Thornton's Real Housewives of Potomac Storyline" caught the attention of those in the decision-making room. Bravo execs are reading Essence articles? Oh, okay. They also have a tweet here from Mia. She says, RHOA Sweet 16. Sweet 16 premiere has me wanting to move to ATL full time. And then it's a lip biting emoji. Mia, sit your ass down. Sit your ass down somewhere, girl. Because I've been seeing a lot of back and forth. She's on some syndicated show with Ink. I know Ink lives in Atlanta. She's kissing up on Ink. I thought y'all broke up and that you and Gordon were working things out. It's always a lie. It's always a twist. It's always an Aesop fable. It's always a fib. It's always a tall tale. It's always some shit with Mia. And I'm tired of it. Now I understand, yeah, all of these women do lie. They do lie and get on these shows, but I'm sick of Mia's lies specifically because the shit don't even make sense. Here's the other thing, Mia. Here's the other thing, Miss Thing. You walked off that reunion, and as far as I'm concerned, you walked out of our lives. You didn't want to make things right before you walked out of our lives. A shout out to Monica. You just left. So I don't want to hear that you thinking about going to RHO. We don't want to see you there, Miss Thing. Bravo. Y'all better not put Mia on RHOA. Don't piss me off. Leave her ass right where she is. Okay? It was you with the storyline of this, questionable paternity. It was you who brought this. Well, it was really Gordon, but you carried on with it. You didn't shut it down. You kept on with the shit. And now that it's time for you to answer, you want to run away and cry? And then talking about you're going to ATL? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I don't want to see you. You're Otis. Ain't nobody coming to see you. For real. So that's how I feel about that. Keep her on RHOP or get rid of her altogether. I don't want to see her crossing over into another franchise. Please, please, please. If anybody from Bravo is watching my little channel, please. Okay. What else do we have here, y'all? Oh, I ain't got my glasses, child. Okay. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Karen facing charges. Her lawyers previously attempted to have the case thrown out, that's still wild to me. Judge denied the request. Damaging videotapes. Will Karen Huger appear on season 10? Yeah. While bringing back a former cast member is always an option, production also has a working list of potential newbies at the ready. However, nothing is official, and any casting rumors going around at the moment are exactly that, rumors. I did see Robin on Watch What Happens Live not too long ago with Giselle. Don't bring her ass back either. I don't want to see regular Robin either. Shout out to Kempire. Regular Robin, that's what he calls her. I don't want to see her. Okay. Y'all could bring Shasha back. Y'all could bring back Big Reese. I wouldn't mind seeing Big Reese back up here, but I think it would be better to bring her back on to antagonize Karen. So maybe, bring her back in this season and then keep her on for when Karen comes back in another year. And I think that would be cool. But yeah, y'all could bring Candace back if she wants to come back. She has her new baby. She's a new mother. I know with postpartum stress, that can be a lot. So if she feels like she needs to sit it out, that ain't no problem with me. If Candace is ready, I'm ready for her. Okay. What else we got going on here? Giselle and Ashley are going to be the death of our HOP because Bravo will not get rid of these two bitches from hell or high water to look at the ratings. The season was the lowest since RHOP has been on TV. Facts. I don't want to see a fake friendship between Candace and Giselle. I don't want to see it either. I met Dr. Jarrett. She's very likable and fashionable. Now, wait, who's Dr. Jarrett? How come I don't remember this person? RHOP does not revolve around Karen. It sure doesn't. I feel like the show must go on, y'all. What are we saying here? Listen, go down to, can they film where Karen is at? Have somebody, one of the girls going down to visit her down to the jail and see if, they'll allow them to film. And Karen's going to have to be talking through how they talk to the glass, through the glass, and it gives that whole moment. Get some footage of Karen talking through the glass. And then, she puts her hand up on the glass to get some of that. If you absolutely need to have her in the mix, but I don't need it. Shit. Y'all better get them cameras rolling. I know that because I also don't feel like with the season ratings being so low, as somebody just pointed out, I don't think that a break would do well for them. I think it would hurt the show, actually. Ooh. Jameer said that was the same result for Real Housewives of Dubai. They got paused for 2 seasons. Ariel says, I'm going to give RHOA 2 more episodes because I really can't do Portia. I can't do Portia either. And that is a part of the reason that I could not watch Portia's Family Matters. Like, I wouldn't be able to stomach it. When it was on, though, I did watch all of Rodney's reviews because I just wanted to know what was going on. Also, Rodney is just so funny, and he has just like a hilarious way of contextualizing things. And watching him carry on sometimes, like his laughter and the things that he finds funny is just, it's so infectious. And I don't feel like, listen, a lot of y'all tell me that you watch our commentary, even though you don't watch the show. And I appreciate that so much. But Rodney is one of those people for me where I can just bypass the show and I have no problem just watching his commentary because I just think he's funny. Shamia is that girl. She is that girl, Yolanda. Shamia gagged me too, honey. I saw the house too. I love the train room for some reason because it was excessive. It was excessive. I was like, she has like this toy room, this train room, and it's like, this is the mark. This is the sign of true wealth. When people just be having a room just for some random hobby that they like. Yeah. Yeah. I like that kind of shit. Shamia's house is insane, y'all. Insane. All right, let me see what else y'all are saying in here. I just saw Shamia's house. Gorgeous. Yes, I did, Jameer. I did watch her interview with Entertainment Tonight. Ooh, I lost your comment. Let me find it. She said that Britt had mentioned something during the season about her daughter that was born prematurely. Now, I need to hear what was said. I do need to hear what was said. Because I feel like sometimes, you know, people will talk about somebody's parenting and then somebody will say, oh, you can't talk about my kid. I'm not saying that Shamia is doing that, but I need context. I need to hear what was said before I go in. Because baby, Britt, the way we about to jump off in your ass, girl. Now, I didn't clock this in my season 1 recap, y'all. I'm gonna clock it real quick and then I'm gonna jump off here because I know we're kind of getting ready for RHOA in a few minutes, in 30 minutes, y'all. I forgot to mention this because I be going through my notes and I'll just look at the top of the paragraph and then I put my phone down and I go off on these tangents. So I didn't clock this. But Britt eating this thing. Come here, babe. Come. Sit next to me. Because I'm about to clock your tea really quick. Do y'all remember at the top of the episode, there were these sound bites of different people saying different things? And Britt's sound bite was, I can't believe I got to explain to my mother about sucking dick. Britt, Miss Thing, remember when Sheree tugged Kim Zolci, like she kind of shifted her wig a little bit? This is me with Britt right now. I'm moving that wig around that head because, girl, later on in the episode, you were sitting at the lunch table telling Shamia and Kelly that you were a video vixen in high school. If you were a video vixen in high school, why would you have to explain to your mother that you're sucking a little dick? Or explain to her anything about sucking dick? Because where was your mother when you were in high school? Where was your mother when you were on men's magazines? That's what you said. You think that shit is cute? Now, I don't know how old she was, but bragging about being on men's magazines in high school, a video vixen in high school, girl. So why should it, you don't think that your mom knows you suck a little dick every now and then? Where was your mother? Where was your father? Where was your parental figure? Where was your legal guardian? Where was Child Protective Services? Let me see what y'all are saying real quick. Let me see what y'all down here are saying. Did you hear Shamia's husband purchased Kim Zolciak's house for 2.5? No, I didn't hear that. No. Huh. I can't understand how she's just getting a peach. I don't get it either. I don't get it either, honey. She should have been had a peach. Shamia is, she is like the quintessential housewife. She really, really is. Micah87 says, RHOA gives love and hip hop vibes. Plus, I'm tired of Bravo awarding opportunities to scammers, freaking frat. Portia gets a divorce right after her return. PSA and Phaedra not answering for nothing, child. They have never been accountable to anything. I honestly don't mind Bravo taking a pause on certain franchises or taking time to test new women in between seasons. Take a pause every season unless there is drama and storylines happening in real time. Uh, hmm. I feel like if we take a pause with RHOP specifically, there are things happening right now in real time that I kind of don't want to miss. Like, I feel like Kiarna should be coming back. I want to see single Kiarna. I want to see how she is, you know, without the presence of Uggams McGee looming over her. I want to, you know, see her in that context. I would like to see Jazzy come back. I need her to be full time. Stacy lying ass. And you know, it's annoying because when these women get on here and lie, it just muddies the waters because it's like it's supposed to be reality TV. So it's just like, you know, what are we really going off of here and what's the truth? You know, like I like Stacy within the context of these other women and how she interacted with them, but I don't like the lies. And it's too much confusion with this TJ shit. And you know what I'm saying? That kind of just, it put a damper on it for me. Ooh. When it comes to Shamia and Portia, it's like you can't compete where you don't compare. Shamia don't say nothing. She just shows up doing the things that need to be done. Hello? Mia is not quick-witted on her feet. It's not quick-witted enough to go on her feet. With the Housewives of ATL, she can't dress either. Agreed. Mia is the biggest liar. She's a hardcore liar. Agreed. They're going to chew her lying ass up down in absolutely. No, she wouldn't be able to keep up. She did. She did. She walked out of the reunion, and as far as I'm concerned, she walked out of our lives. That was it for you, Mia. That was it, because Giselle reading you about being a bad parent when Giselle brought a man who cheated on her and allegedly had her down in the mental institute, a man that her own children didn't even like, and she brought that man back around for a storyline. Was that stellar parenting? Ashley having children by a known predator, allegedly, because the case got thrown out. Is that stellar parenting from the beginning? Hello? Now, Karen wasn't there, but Karen talking about Mia's parenting was also rich, because does a good mother get behind the wheel drunk, putting your life in danger? You're putting your kids in a position to where they might not have a mother because you want to get your ass behind the wheel drunk. Are you setting the best example for Raven? Is that stellar parenting? Fuck no. When Robin was here, I don't think her parenting is stellar either. Neither is Juan's, because how are you treating Robin like that? And then these little boys are having to watch this treatment of their mother. How do you think they're internalizing that? And how in turn do you think that they are going to treat women? So Mia could have effectively did a nice roundhouse kick, rounded everybody up, and gave them a nasty piece. But she decided to run away. And you know what? I'm done. I'm good. I'm good, because before I was like, you know, Mia, I could take her, leave her. You know what I mean? Like, yes, she was nasty to Wendy. She did go after Wendy and attack her. But here's the gag about that. Even though she attacked Wendy, she physically accosted Wendy, she did more damage to herself in the process. She busted up her own nails. Her nails and shit was bleeding. Her hands were bleeding after going after Wendy. She barely touched Wendy, and she got fucked up in the process. That's why you don't go fucking with people. You don't know what type of blessings, what type of covering they have over them. It gives me no shade. Wendy probably has some really strong, really protective spirits over her. And as soon as Mia went to go make a move, they were there fucking her up in the process. Like, no, you're not going to touch our girl. She probably has a very strong covering. She probably got some spirits that don't play about her. So Mia got fucked up in the process, and she learned her lesson, and I loved it. So I could have taken or leaving Mia, because as far as I'm concerned, everybody's liars. Giselle be lying, Ashley be lying, Robin lies, Karen lies, all of these bitches be lying. Stacy's a liar. Everybody does it. So for me, I was like, I can take or leave Mia, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But now that you have left, you're done. You're done. I'm good. I'm good on you. All right, y'all. Let me see what else y'all are saying down here really quick, and then I'll jump out of here and we'll get ready for RHOA, and I'll see y'all tomorrow evening, honey. Hello, Kim? Holy Ghost fire. Holy Ghost fire. Just looking at Wendy's mother and hearing the way she talks, the way she prays, I know that her prayers have movement. Certain people, like, you could just tell, like, they shit got that movement. You get what I'm saying? Shit didn't go too well for Mia after Wendy's mom spoke Holy Ghost fire against her. Didn't Gordon lose his job? All of them except for Candace. Wait, I don't see what you're referring to. Bonnie, I agree. I think karma hit the mean girl clique after Wendy was assaulted and Candace left, child. They've been down bad ever since, honey. RHOP has RHOP has no fashions, no money, and House a bunch of liars. House is a bunch of liars. Why do we need this show to continue? Oh, they're selective with who they let get away with the bullshit. All right, y'all. Let me just check my notes to make sure I'm all caught up, because I took a lot of notes here, but we was just down here chit-chatting, child. Oh, I forgot this part about Married to Medicine. But at the very end, when Cecil said, ladies, 11 seasons in and y'all still don't know how to act. Cecil, your wife is the main motherfucker who don't know how to act. So what are we saying here? It's your wife leading the charge. She is the main motherfucker who don't know how to act. I just thought that was really rich, really interesting coming out of Cecil's mouth. I said, oh, ladies, have you addressed your wife? She is causing the only havoc. Listen. As much as we talk about Heavenly, and Heavenly is out of order, Simone is out of order too. Cecil, don't make me come down here on Tuesday and jump off in your ass, because I will. Oh, Meg, he said ladies. He said you ladies don't know how to act. It was plural. And I'm like, before you get plural, you need to address the singular. Get your wife. Get her. I hope so. I hope he was talking to her. Cecil's scared. That's why he drinks. That's why he drinks in the basement. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Thank you so much for joining. RHOA starts in 20 minutes. I will see y'all tomorrow evening. You know, I want to hear from you. I can't wait to see y'all in the chat. I'm so ready for episode 2. I am excited. I didn't realize that RHOA would have me feeling this way. I didn't realize I would be excited. Not only that, I think I had told y'all this. Yeah, I did. I announced this in my community tab, but our HOA premiere, those were the best numbers on my channel for any premiere ever. And I just want to thank y'all sincerely for joining me in the chat, for being so engaging in the comments as well as in the chat. Because, you know, if you ever see a premiere, you know, on the channel, that means like I'm posting it in real time at that time, and everybody's kind of watching along with me, and I'm down in the chat commenting and, you know, with you guys. So I just want to thank y'all for the high engagement for that one, because I usually do a little 1K, maybe 2K. I said 4.3. Whoa. Y'all really held me down for that. So thank you so much. Also, I just hit 4K in like, I don't know, it was like mid-January. I'm already at like 4,700. So 5K is very close for me, y'all. It's right around the corner, and I really have you all to thank for that. The way Scotch Gang holds me down, I love y'all so much. I really love the fuck out of y'all. Y'all don't even understand, for real. So thank you. Thank y'all. Thank you. Damn, I'm late. I didn't get my notification. I'm sorry, babe. I'm so sorry, honey. Thank you, Jameer. Thank you, Hot. Thank you, D. Johnson. Thank you, Dolce. I really appreciate y'all so much. Bonnie, I mentioned you on the Sakina B-Day live. Thank you, Andre. I appreciate you, baby. I was actually in her live for a little bit. I had to go. I can't remember what I had to do. I had to do something. But thank you. Thank you, Raina. Thank you, Claudia. Big up yourself. Thank you, Gozy. I really appreciate y'all. All right, y'all. Let's get out of here. Get ready for RHOA in a little bit. I love y'all. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I hope y'all are having something good to eat tonight. Get some rest. Get some sleep, y'all. Okay. I have literally been cracking up ever since. And I subscribed that day. Oh, I appreciate you, babe. Thank you. Thank you, Andrea. All right. Bye, y'all. I love y'all. Have a good Sunday.